What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Sorry about the wind. I'm gonna try to shield the mic a little bit. Today, we're gonna be reviewing my brand new to me, 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback. This is the V8, it's the small block. And yeah, we're pretty excited about it. So I was on Facebook late at night, found it, here we are. So Cameron went down to help me pick this thing up, and I gotta say, guys, I am so freaking excited about it. So Cameron actually just washed it and waxed it, and guys, with this view in the background, come on, it's just incredible. This thing is so clean, guys. It's incredibly clean. Everything's been replaced in the engine. It's the original engine, but it's been fully gone through, completely restored engine, all new hoses, everything. And then the interior and the paint are still in incredible condition. So this is honestly a steal, guys. If you knew what I got it for, I think you'd be jealous. Yeah, it's a killer deal. So with that being said, super excited about it. Just being out here in the fields. We're just out here taking some photos of it, and then we're gonna take it for a quick ride. I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts and opinions. Cameron's gonna take it for a spin, tell you his thoughts and opinions. Obviously, you guys know I have the Porsche. You know I drove the beater. The beater was fun, guys. The beater was fun, but here's the thing, just so you guys understand where I'm at. My YouTube channel doesn't make me money yet. I would like to post more consistently, and I'm gonna start posting more consistently for you guys, really cool car content. I drove a Plaid a couple weeks ago for a week. My buddy has a McLaren. I'm gonna review both of those cars for you. We're gonna review other Porsches. I'm gonna start posting some really cool car content. I wanted to keep destroying stuff and like blowing stuff up. The issue is it ends up costing me more to do that than it does to buy cars like this, believe it or not. Because when you account for like everything that went into those videos, it actually costs me more than just going and buying myself a classic Mustang, which is fucking crazy. And so anyways, hopefully as the channel grows, we can go back to blowing shit up. And I will still blow shit up. So if you subscribe to me because you like me just destroying stuff, we'll still do that. Don't worry, that's coming. The reason I haven't been posting for the last little bit is I had a baby about a month and a half ago. And so I've just been trying to be home, be present. Nothing's more important to me than my baby. And so I've been putting a lot of time into that. Things are freeing up a little bit now, so we're back to YouTube. Thank you guys for actually watching this. Thank you, anybody who's subscribed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. And hopefully we can give you guys some really cool content, whether it be cars or traveling or whatever else we have going on. But sorry about the wind, it's horrible. Without any further ado, let's get to the review. So guys, I sold my Mercedes-Benz. I wasn't planning on buying another car, but I was on Facebook Marketplace one night, and here we are. So I just barely picked this car up from Las Vegas. The drive home damn near killed me, and I didn't even drive most of it. I only drove a part of it. It was just, there's no AC in this car. It was 113 that day, and it is a darker paint color. This thing was hot. Everything was hot. The temperature in the engine, everything was hot, right? But you know what? It's been an awesome car so far. Absolutely having a ton of fun in it. And I gotta say, being somebody who's never owned a classic car, the biggest thing that I've noticed is the brakes. Your brakes are nowhere near as good as, you know, like the brakes on like a Porsche, right?
Even close.
That's a big thing that's like insanely noticeable right out of the gate. And then the second thing is, even though it's a V8, like the amount of power and torque is not what you would expect if you've never driven an older car, you know? It's not necessarily, for the era it was fast, you know? But it doesn't really matter. I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because, well, just look at it. Look at the interior, look at this. Like, this is insane. I love the interior on this car. I love the steering wheel. I love the steering column. I love how everything's metal. I love the feeling of the way that the road feeds back through this car. If you look at the steering wheel, there's a little bit of play to it, so it kind of keeps going straight. It's kind of like driving a truck. It's not like super tight. I would love to have the steering rack tightened up a little bit to where it's a little bit more responsive, but other than that and then add air conditioning. But I'm kind of torn if I'm going to add AC or not, because I want to keep it original, you know. But at the same time, when you're driving around in the summer here, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, I'm thinking about if I end up keeping the car. If I end up keeping this long term and I just say, hey, you know, I'm going to keep this car, I'm going to add a paint protection film and I'm going to add air conditioning, then that's it. That's all it really needs. This car is basically perfect the way it is. I got to say, like, the feeling of the car really does take you back. It's definitely an experience when you get in this car. One thing I absolutely love about it is, you know, when I drive the Porsche, I want to be going fast. I want to be ripping through a canyon, doing over 100 miles an hour. Like, that's what makes it fun to me. This car, it's fun just existing in it. Just sitting in this car is an experience in itself, you know? The way that everything feels in the car, the way everything looks, the way the leather is, it's special. This car is so special, and it might be the most special car I've ever driven, and it's by far the most special car I've ever owned. And, you know, I love my Porsche. My Mercedes was cool, but this is just a whole different level of cool. This is insane. And, you know, this gets as much compliments as my Porsche does, if not more. Everywhere I go, people they love this thing. And on a day like today, it's not too hot. There's a breeze. The air is coming through. It's actually really, really pleasant. You know, let me take a right here because this light's taking forever. Here, I'm going to gun it for you guys. Check this out. Wait one second. I haven't gunned it yet. Now we're gunning it. So it's not crazy. 0 to 60 happens in about 2 to 3 business days. But that's okay. That's okay. Again, that's really not the purpose of this car, guys. Like, you know, I gotta say, for a cruiser, the reason I bought this, just so you guys know, when I sold my Mercedes, I thought to myself, you know, I need another daily driver. And the problem is, I don't actually need a daily driver because I have a Porsche. So I just don't like the fact that my Porsche is getting 1 million miles on it because I'm wasting miles just cruising to the gym and back. I'd rather save the miles for canyon drives or anything else, really. And so I can alternate my cars. On a fun weekend drive, I'll take the Porsche up through the canyons. If I just want to putt around and go to the gym or the grocery store, I take the Mustang, you know? And the reality is, a lot of people buy cars because they want something that, like, they see it as a tool, right? Like, they want something that fits all the kids and blah, blah, blah. I got my wife a Mazda for that, okay? We have a Mazda. It's a great car. I'll do a review on it as well. It's actually surprisingly a really good car. But, you know, I'm much more of a person that I enjoy driving. I love driving. It's probably my favorite thing to do outside of just, that's probably my favorite thing to do, actually. I can't think of anything I like more. I really enjoy driving. So for me, having something that's like giving me an emotion and an excitement when I get out to use it is really important to me. So this car feels exciting to get into. I wake up in the morning and I'm excited to go drive to the gym. I'm excited to I want to think of places, an excuse to go drive the car. You know, like, I'm like, how can I come up with a reason to take this to Ivan's? Like, I want to go take this out to do stuff in, because when I get in it makes me happy. And again, it's like, the feedback is not as good as a Porsche. The acceleration is not a Tesla. It doesn't even have air conditioning, but somehow it's better than all those cars. It's missing everything, and somehow it's way better. I can't explain it, but it's just, you get in this car and it's an experience. And to those of you who haven't driven a classic car like this, or maybe you don't like classic cars, you know, some people don't even like cars, you know? And so for them, they're like, they'd rather have like a 2002, you know, Honda Accord, because it has more features than this car. But the reality is, you know, I have yet to drive anything else that feels this emotionally invoking while doing nothing, you know? Yeah. And you get out and you look at it and you think, wow, that thing looks fucking sick, you know? But yeah, again, the brakes, they're okay. They're drum brakes. The first time I hit the brakes in this car down in Vegas, right when I bought it, I was like, holy shit, these things are ass. And like, there's, yeah, right? You got drum brakes on an all steel frame car, like, you know, steel body car, right? Steel body. This shit's fucking heavy, bro. And you know, you're not banking any corners without flying off the road. I was driving a Tesla Plaid a couple weeks ago. That car is a freaking spaceship, guys. I was driving the newest one, the newest Tesla Plaid. I drove it for a week, and I'm gonna make a review video on that car too. I will say, that car, incredible. Everything about it, AC seats. My Porsche has AC seats too. So air conditioned seats, everything, like the whole 9 yards. That car, freaking awesome. The acceleration, insane. We did 165 in it everywhere we went. Like, like not even exaggerating, 165. And it gets there like this. The zero, from 80 to 130 or 40 miles an hour, you literally blink and you're there in that thing. This has no air conditioning. The acceleration is like the same as like a Corolla. Nice. Well, anyways, what I'm getting at is this is the polar opposite of the Tesla. Everything on the Tesla is electric. Everything is like, you know, you turn it on and it just works. You gotta warm this thing up. If you put it in reverse right away, it dies. You know what I mean? Like, it has its quirks. And so it's definitely, this takes a little bit more finesse, and it doesn't have the creature comforts, but you know what? I would take this over the Plaid. Like, I really would. And the Plaid is a fucking, for performance wise, obviously it's a much better car, but it's just interesting how, you know, somehow something like this can be just as enjoyable in its own way. And in a lot of ways, I like it a lot better. I think the styling on this is like 10. Dude, it's like perfect. This is one of my, this was one of my dream cars growing up. So it's kind of surreal to have it. When I bought the Porsche and was driving home from San Diego, I thought, holy shit, like I never thought, like finally owning a car like that was a really cool experience. But buying this was really surreal because it was like, I didn't plan for it. I just saw it on Facebook and thought, fuck it. And just bought it. And I've always wanted one too. The thing is my list of top 10 cars, a classic 60s Mustang was always in my list. And so, I don't know, man, this is a special moment for me, you know, to be honest. But with that being said, you know, like I said, brakes, not that great. Steering could be more precise, but it just doesn't matter, you know? It's not, who cares, you know? Brake a little bit earlier. I don't drive as fast, you know? If anything, this will keep me from getting speeding tickets. Yeah. The odometer, yeah. the speedometer reads what, 5 to 10 miles an hour faster than you're actually going. I believe it's a little 10. Off. It's like 10 miles an hour faster than you're actually moving. But you know what? When you're doing 100 in this thing, you feel like you're doing 9,000 miles an hour because it's fucking, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah. It's especially with the steering rack being a little bit loose. You know what I mean? It's scary. It's actually scary. I think the steering rack could get tightened. Like, because my mom had a 1960s Mustang when she was younger, and she said hers didn't have the play in it that this one does. So it's very possible this just needs to be tightened up. But you know, it's not on the top of my to-do list. I'm gonna get it done. If that's a possibility, I'm gonna get it done. But at the end of the day, it's like, for what I'm using this car for, it doesn't really matter. I don't know that it does matter that much. All right, now Cameron's behind the wheel.
All right. So I got to drive this thing all the way from Vegas to our hometown. Not really hometown, but the whole entire drive, I have to say, was the most surreal experience I've ever had. This is seriously one of the most smoothest driving cars that I've ever driven. So at home, I have a GR86, a newer one, and then I also have a Cayman, just like Scott's, but mine is the one before his. And even comparing to a car from the 60s, this car is like, I've never driven something so smooth in my life. Like, it generally is so smooth. I mean, it's got its quirks to it. You know, it's a little bumpy whenever you drive certain places, this, that, and the other, but that's like a part of the whole experience. Like, it seriously takes you all the way back, like as if you're driving in the 60s. He says he needs AC, and I don't blame him, but even without the AC, you can have the windows rolled down. It could be a really nice sunny day, and it has its own mood to it. Like, it seriously is one of those cars that, like, you have to drive it to experience it. And it's so nice. Like, I am so jealous of Scott. Like, it's making me want to get one so bad. But other than that, like, I seriously think that down in the future, even on my end, I want to be able to get a classic 911 Porsche, obviously, and I'm like generally hoping that classic Porsche is gonna feel like this. If it doesn't feel like this, I'm gonna be so disappointed. And that's a lot to say. For a Ford to feel like a Porsche, like, it's crazy to say, but I really hope it feels the same, because...
Just to clarify, you mean like the specialness, right?
Yeah, literally.
The Porsche's gonna handle better, obviously.
Oh, it's gonna handle better, but like, the feeling that this car gives you, I can't even explain it. Like, it generally is one of those cars that you have to drive it to be able to feel how surreal it feels. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, it's such an amazing car. And for it being in the 60s, It doesn't even feel like it's in the 60s. That's the best way to put it. Like, I wouldn't say they were ahead of their time, but seriously, this thing is so smooth. It's so nice, and it's not slow. For how old this car is, it's not slow. Sadly enough, I think this would probably keep up with my 86, and it's brand new. I'm pretty sure the specs on them is pretty close, but it's just funny. I think one of these days we should race both of our cars.
Yeah,
and
we should definitely race both of our cars.
I think it's gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad if it keeps up, you know, if the Mustang keeps up with the 8.6, I'm gonna have to sell it immediately. I can't have it anymore. To say that my car was keeping up with a 60s is so sad. But honestly, and on top of that, this being an automatic, I know a lot of my buddy's dad has 260s Camaros, and they're both manual. He said that it's like one of the best driving cars that he's owned. But this being an automatic too, it feels so nice. It almost feels like it's shifting as nice as like a luxury car. You don't even feel it shift ever. I don't even know how many gears this thing has, but it just feels so amazing. Like, I could go talk about this like for all day. It's so nice, dude. I'm like genuinely so happy for you for having this car, dude. It's so nice. A lot of people say that when you drive manual, you're like a part of the car. You know, like you're shifting the car, you're almost like a part of the car. This is like that same exact experience, even though it's an automatic. Like, this car has such a cool, you know, lack of better words, aura to it, you know, that it's just, it just seriously takes you back, dude.
I feel like the fact that it has not that much assistance and there's no ABS, like that alone gives you that same kind of like
mechanical feel.
Yeah, you get a very mechanical feel in this car, even though it is an automatic. And so, you know, I'm not shitting on manuals. I would love to have a manual. If this was manual, it would have been even, you know, potentially cooler, but it wasn't. So,
but dude, if I was you, I wouldn't be complaining either, though.
Oh yeah, no complaints.
It feels so good, bro. Like, it feels so nice. But I think, you know, down the road, if you do end up keeping it, and the V8, just, you know, knock on wood, nothing will ever happen to this car. But if the motor goes, we're putting a 5.0 in this.
Oh,
what do you think, Scott?
For sure. If anything ever happens to the motor in this car, I'm hoping to keep it all stock and original and just leave it the way it is, because I think it's very fun and perfect.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If the motor ever goes on this car, it's going straight to coilovers and a fucking supercharged Roush motor.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's immediately what's going into it. And it's just going to be a fucking, it'll be like some YouTube fucking
drag car, dude.
Drag car build.
You know what? We'll be at SEMA. That's how good it's gonna be.
Yeah. We'll take this shit to SEMA. But
we'll take it to SEMA.
I hate to say it, but I'd hate for that to happen, because I kind of like it the way it is.
I like how it is too, dude. Like, the engine is it's so weird, dude. Like, it doesn't feel like it's low powered at all. Like, we're going up a hill right now. It's not struggling. It doesn't struggle at all. It just puts the power down when you need it, but it's not like incredibly fast. Like, it's not like a modern day Mustang or like a GT Mustang. It's not that quick. It doesn't need to be quick.
All right, guys, thank you for liking. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. By the way, we're gonna be posting a lot more content here coming soon. And so, you know, keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be really fun. So that was our car review for the Mustang. We're gonna be reviewing his Porsche, which you guys haven't seen. We're gonna be reviewing his Toyota, which you haven't seen. McLaren, Plaid, all sorts of cool cars that are going to be coming, and we'll be posting a bunch of random content too. So just stay tuned. I'm going to start posting at least one video a week. That's the goal. Worst case scenario, 3 videos a month. That's very doable for me. But anyways, I really appreciate the support, guys. Be sure to hit that thumbs up again, like and subscribe. It really does help with the video. And then also leave a comment, you know, just say what's up. All right, catch you in the next video.